Basically, we're continuing the build on the XC from last year. We did all the conversion, we fitted in the engine, we fabricated everything required to fit the engine in, the gearbox in, the tail shaft. The differential was already put in this particular vehicle. We stripped it all out. We've had the engine bay all painted up from High Performance Smash Repairs. They did the engine bay, and now we've put the engine, the gearbox and all the drivetrain back together so we can continue with the build. We had to wait a few months for this brand new 3.5 Generation 4 blower from Whipple. We were waiting on them because they're a smaller capacity, but they also generate a lot more power now. So this particular blower is a 1500 horsepower supercharger. It turned up here about a month ago, and now we're in the process of putting it all back together. Once we've done the supercharger installation, all the engine has been put together with cooling systems, fans, everything. Brendan will take over from there and wire up the new Autotech Elite. The capability of the supercharger is about 1500 horsepower, so we're going to probably chase around 1200 horsepower out of it. James today is just working on adapting the supercharger now. He's dummy assembled the supercharger. Now he's just working out exactly how we're going to plumb up all the cooling system, the breathing systems and all that sort of stuff. So there's a bit of what we call dummy assembling going on now, just to make sure that we can allocate a position for everything and work out exactly how we're going to execute the job so that we can make it look neat. There's still a lot of work after that too. We've got to do fuel cells and things like that. The beauty of having the Autotech Elite installed to this vehicle is the flexibility and the ability to be able to manipulate everything we want to set up on this engine that we can utilise for an aftermarket race car application. Obviously there's engine protection so that we can ensure that the engine doesn't have a premature engine failure with something going wrong, so we can put minimum and maximum features in the engine protection side. So if the engine meets those requirements, it'll cut the engine out to try and salvage an engine failure. There's other things like we can set up launch controls and various other things. We can run all the electronics through the ECU to control the dashboard and everything, so he's got all his data. The other great feature is all the data logging, so when he goes to a race we can extrapolate all the data out of the ECU and the dash. We can read it and make changes if needed to the vehicle. It's pretty standard with most aftermarket ECUs, but Autotech today have just come so far above most other brands.